Good morning. This is Pastor Jason of Kona Faith Center with a word for today. And the word for today is wisdom. Humility comes from wisdom. My current definition of humility is properly placed confidence. Now, I didn't come up with that definition by myself. Like everything else in my life, I heard it or read it and thought, man, that's really good. I'm going to make that my own. Now, I give credit to whoever I hear something from the first couple of times, but it's been so long that I don't remember who I heard that from. The wisest man that ever lived, according to God, said that there's nothing new under the sun. That is wisdom. I used to wonder how man discovered stuff, but I've settled it in my own thinking that man just isn't that smart. Now, there are people who are really intelligent, but you know them, they can't tie their own shoes. There are people who appear not to have any intelligence, but they have an ability to do something really well, which leads me to the conclusion that man's ability to reason and be logical is so limited that it is not the answer in discovering truth and discovering reality. I am of the opinion that man discovers things because the Lord reveals them, that it takes a revelation from God to truly know truth, to truly understand reality. If wisdom is given by God, and the Word definitely says it is, then humility or properly placed confidence is an indicator of wisdom. And the wisdom that comes from the world is envious, self-seeking, earthly, unspiritual, demonic, full of selfish ambition. Arrogance and pride are indicators of this kind of wisdom. The wisdom that comes from above is pure. The wisdom that is pure is spiritual in nature. This purity communicates the goodness of God. Pure wisdom does not inject that which is base or dehumanizing. Pure wisdom never compromises the goodness and the blessedness of God. Pure wisdom is motivated and applies itself in loving God and loving the people of God. The wisdom that comes from above is peaceful. Peaceful in this sense is counter to envy, to chaos. Peaceful is expressed in uncompromising commitment to the community of believers, which dispels rivalries, factions, debates, frictions, etc., etc. The wisdom that comes from above is gentle. Gentle in this sense is primarily used as the attitude that is opposite of arrogance, pride, and anger, so that the process of spreading the knowledge of God is not mixed with harshness, anger, or self-seeking. Whoa! The wisdom that comes from above is willing to yield. Willing to yield is not passive, it is an active mode of the will. It is a submissiveness and a responsiveness to authority. It is also the quality of being able to take a step back and let people go their own way. The wisdom that comes from above is full of mercy and good fruit. Wisdom, then, is linked to the virtue of fruit-producing faith. Mercy is extending forgiveness to those who do not deserve it in a non-judgmental way, yet bringing loving correction. Mercy also indicates generosity. Mercy and righteousness are used by James in the relationship of cause, mercy, and effect, righteousness. The wisdom that comes from above is impartial and sincere. Wisdom, like truth, is not relative but absolute. Wisdom and truth reflect reality. Do any have wisdom and insight? Show this by living wisdom's way, the right way, God's way. A harvest that has God's approval, a harvest of righteousness, comes from the peace planted by peacemakers. What an interesting statement. We're entering a season of great harvest. It is a season that will require great wisdom to be successful. Our success will be in direct relationship with the amount of peace that we sow. James writes that if we lack wisdom, we're just to ask God for that wisdom, but ask in faith. Thank you, Lord, for your wisdom being given to your people today. The word for today is wisdom. God bless. Check in tomorrow.